each and to another edition of Smoke and Mirrors. This episode is brought to you by the air that I am pushing through my lungs and larynx, subsequently into this microphone. Now here's a song. I don't know what I was gonna sing, so I just started saying things, and here we go. Okay, that's all right. And now here they are, your invenerable host, Carlos Kareem. And now here they are, your invenerable host, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Oh shit. You know what? Hey, Joshua, could you all right, well, let's do a couple of things. We're going to smoke. You know we're going to smoke. I hope you have a warm bevy, a cup full of fucks. To replenish yours. Hey, Joshua, that was a great joke in the runner, and let's give the folks another chance to read it while you go and get some, I don't know, weed for this thing. That'd be great. Go ahead and look at that. And it's a song for you. Well, we're late now. Hi, Raven. Hi. Glad you're here. Probably alone now, which makes absolute perfect sense given oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Wow. That is we'll go over that in the production meeting. We'll go over that. That's going to be fine. It's fine. Everybody's going to keep their jobs, especially me. How are you? I hope you're good. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff today. Let's get all of our technical situations set up correctly because they are looking a little sloppy poppy. Yes, absolutely. We will handle it all in post, and we're going to edit all of that out. So not a problem at all. Oh boy. All right. Hey, this is Smoke and Mirrors. And if you wanted to invest in things like this, there's so many things that you could do to support it. One is to like and subscribe, whether you are on YouTube or Facebook. You could also drop 5 on it. It's a metaphorical 5. It's not literal. It could be 1 at the Venmo at Carlos-Wyndham, Cash App at $CK Wyndham, PayPal /me.CK Wyndham. And if you absolutely love what we do here and you would like to become a patron of it, well, you go to Patreon at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. That is for comedy. That is for culture. That is for blackness. All right. All right. All right. I'll tell you what. A couple things we're going to get into today. And first, I wanted to share with you about a thing that I had the honor and privilege of getting to do last night. Last night, I was at East Side Bar and Grill. I had invited you, and some of you stalkers came out. It was great to see you there. If you are in the Portland area, you may have come through because we were celebrating the birthday of Courtney Collins. Courtney Collins, who is also known as DJ Wildchild. Please make sure that you say their name correctly, whichever one of those you choose to say. I don't. It's a strange thing because so many people keep saying my girl's name Courtney or Courtney, which is not the same as Courtney, which has a different sound. Courtney, Courtney have different sounds. It also has a rhythm to it. Beep beep boo, ba ba beep, beep beep boo, ba ba beep. And people have a hard time with it. But you know what? Courtney had a birthday, and I got to celebrate it with her and a bunch of assholes making jokes. This is us at the end of the night. Those are the assholes. I'm the one in the middle. They're doing a thing that looks like, as they say, you dress for the job that you want. And I was also auditioning for an extra part in Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem's band to be a substitute bass player and or filling in for Bootsy Collins. I don't know. It was a good time though. Happy birthday once again, and to each and every one of the comics who was there, all of the audience members. Thank you. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. The team at Dirty Angel just be doing shit. And if you see a Dirty Angel production anywhere in the Portland area, in Oregon, in anywhere on the planet, if you see Dirty Angels productions associated with it, you want to be there. That's where there's going to be comedy. The shit was really good. Speaking of comedy, I forgot to mention yesterday, and I'm a little glad that I did because I have more context today. Hey, Norm Macdonald died. Norm Macdonald, who I have to acknowledge two things about. One, in terms of being an asshole behind a desk who has things to say that at least the person saying them thinks are funny. Norm Macdonald sort of is one of the pioneers, one of the ones who did it in one of the most unapologetic ways. Well, I'm doing this, so I cannot say that there was no influence, zero influence at all, having grown up when I grew up. Norm Macdonald on Saturday Night Live, Weekend Update. Another thing I want to say is that I was not, a lot of people who do comedy who are of Generation X, and I think it is only fair to say that we are the new boomers, and I hate that. I hate that so much, but it's true. That we are problematic in our comedy, as has been shown again and again by the likes of Dave Chappelle and your Jerry Seinfelds, your Louis C.K.'s, and your willingness of Dave Chappelle's to bring Louis C.K.'s back, and of course the ongoing celebration of one Mr. Bill Cosby by Phylicia Rashad and his supporters. So problematic mans in comedy is not surprising. This particular man's comedy always felt to me a racist adjacent at best, and a bit mean and a bit sexist in a way I couldn't quite put my finger on. because I didn't pay attention to him because of the other stuff that I said that made me feel yucky. And then, but also this was said by comedian Carrie Lendo. I always loved Norm Macdonald and was excited to meet him since I'm not a male comedian. I don't have a fun picture or memory with him, just another story about being sexually harassed. Must be cool to be a male comedian, a male who does comedy. Must be cool. Must be cool. She said that on the Twitters when everybody was celebrating her alleged, I will say because I do not want to be sued, attacker, assaulter. But then another thing got said, which was from a different person who said the worst culprits are the comedy clubs that condoned his behavior for all these years. He sexually assaulted me in the green room at Helium in Portland. The owners and managers knew about it. So, rest in peace, Norm Macdonald, and thank you for being part of what evidently felt it was the thing that felt gross on the walls in the green room at Helium. Hey, if you are in California, you are now safe from Larry Elder, as he's not going to be the governor. That's not going to happen. And neither is anybody else who is not currently the governor and wasn't the governor before Republicans decided that they were going to spend $270 million to see if maybe the Democratic governor, who they don't like because he was out at fancy dinners at places called French Laundry, that may during the lockdown, maybe they really won instead of lost, even though they lost by quite a lot, and he won by heaps. But maybe, but nope. Because Larry Elder and the Republicans lost. He conceded before it was even over, and before the votes were even counted. There was a concession. There was also saying that it was stolen because I guess his team figured out they were going to lose, which is now the Republican playbook. And what you do when you're going to lose, you say, "Oh, this is about to be stolen from me." Once you realize how wildly unpopular your platform of George Foreman was right, kind of positionality. George Zimmerman, not George Foreman. Joshua, I meant to say George Zimmerman. I was talking about the murderer, right? And I said George Foreman, the king of grilling, and getting his ass kicked by Muhammad Ali. So it's the king of the and having children named George. So he's the. Anyway, there are some sore losers about it. Larry Elder not amongst them, because as I said, Larry Elder said, I didn't want to do this anyway. Ben Shapiro was pissed, though. Ben Shapiro was pissed and said,
well, everybody, you can't be surprised, and California is just going to get what it deserves. And as a matter of fact, everybody should just leave California the way that I did. I left in December, and I've never been happier, and we should all go to Texas and secede,
which is unconstitutional and, in fact, against the Constitution and an act of sedition. So, but Ben Shapiro thinks that what should happen now is that if you are a Republican in California, you should leave it, go to Texas, or Colorado or anywhere else turn any of the purple states red and then secede. I knew some kids in Latino studies in college who used to talk about doing this a lot with Aslan. The idea being that we were going to take back, as detribalized natives, we were going to take back California and Arizona, Colorado, maybe Utah, Texas. Those were going to be ours again. And what I kept asking is, cool, what about the infrastructure? Do we have a plan around that? Do we have a plan around that? Because I don't imagine that if we also, what about the white people who are going to be just on the border and pretty pissed that we just seceded from the rest of the United States? They already are pissed about the border along Mexico. I can't imagine how that would go right. And this was in the 90s. And so now your boy has recycled the idea and has dusted it off for white people to secede from the United States by moving to Texas, you insufferable fucking walking, breathing, sentient loafer. Ugh. Other sort losers, Kaitlyn Jenner, seen here shitting out a new idea. Kaitlyn, who said to California, well, you get what you deserve. And so I don't know what that means, but it feels like a threat. And while I don't live in California, I don't know that if I did, I would want Kaitlyn Jenner there. And maybe she could go to Texas with Ben Shapiro. And Joe Rogan. That's where Joe Rogan is trying to get all the comedians to go to, so they can be free from censorship and not worried about being canceled anymore. Comedy. Hey, you know what else about Kaitlyn Jenner is that Kaitlyn Jenner is a Kardashian by marriage, but you know who else is a Kardashian by marriage is Kanye, who might be soon to be a Kardashian by divorce, but genetically still got up all in those Kardashian guts and made new beige Kardashian babies, and so Kardashian billionaires. Got up in the Kardashian guts. That was funny. In other Kardashian news, I suppose, there's beef. There's beef for pretend between Drake and Kanye West. Now, I don't care and I don't believe it, but if you were to believe it, then you would need to know, and you did want to care, that this beef goes back to somewhere around 2011 when Drake was kicked off of a track, or left off of a track that was recorded for some record, and it was recorded in 2010. And then Drake went around telling everybody he didn't really care and it was cool and they were boys and he's good, Kanye's creative and it's whatever and and everyone said, oh yeah, but he doesn't like you. And he said, no, that's not true, he likes me, we're friends. And then later, good music artist Pusha T, you know what I don't like? I don't like that I now say MC's names and rappers' names like I am old. Because I am. And so Pusha T didn't like Drake either. And evidently Pusha T had information that Drake was about to be the father of a child that he was hiding with someone who was a star of adult films. And Drake was evidently embarrassed by this and of his child, who he has since then been seen all over all sorts of pictures with his child, showing how much he does love his child. And I'm sure that the whole story about how this happened and came out in public is never going to get back in the child's ears when they're older, and they're never going to need any kind of therapy for it at all. And so then Drake was pissed that the information that was in the diss track about the porn baby could only have come from Kanye, because he only told his boy Kanye, but Pusha T knew it, but it was in that song. And so then Drake thought, oh shit, Ye is giving out all of my info to Pusha T just for sales. And so then the beef just kept escalating and escalating and escalating until this weekend, when they now have out competing albums. So I guess if one gives a shit, and you're going to believe on any level that all of this is simply not a sales tactic for both of these artists to elevate their sales, then you have to decide, evidently, whether you cared more for the album from Drake or the album from Kanye West, both of which evidently dropped at the same time. So I guess we're okay with deciding whether we like the album that is put out by the multiple times over accused pedophile, or the Kardashian, the Trump supporter. The guy who upheld and supported Chris Brown after he beat the dog shit out of Rihanna, or Yeezy and his $300 t-shirts. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Also in Drake news, Nicki Minaj, who is a very famous Drake associate, is also in the news, and I'm sure has nothing to do with trying to make record sales for Drake. And she is in the news for having said that my cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. Just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied. I don't know what that accent was. It was terrible. I have no idea what Nicki Minaj sounds like when she's speaking or when she's rapping. But she had that to say, huh? She had that to say. So don't get bullied into getting that vaccine that will give you an STD 2 weeks before your wedding, and then the woman who was going to marry you decides not to. Don't get bullied. Don't get bullied. Producer Trace laughing at the accent. Thank you very much. Because I don't know what kind of black scent that was. Some kind of vaguely sort of Caribbean, New Yorican thing. I don't know what it was. Your testicles are not going to get swollen from getting the vaccine. This is very... What was... Anyway. Oh, what else happened? Oh, okay. Well, evidently, also he got chlamydia from a toilet seat. And also the other What is it? Oh, the girl who he was about to marry's cousin somehow got pregnant in a hot tub. I don't from the was it from the huh? All these so weird. Anyway, don't get a vaccine in your balls, I guess, is the lesson that Nicki Minaj is trying to offer. I don't know what Nicki's trying to offer. Uh I'm not the only one who's got an issue with the idea that Nicki Minaj would say this, and she is has lost some credibility with somebody who she thought was one of her greatest fans, and that is Boris Johnson. Evidently, she and Boris Johnson have beef. Speaking of rap beef, Nicki Minaj and Boris Johnson. This is we're in the upside down. How is there a political fucking debate happening on any level between Nicki Minaj and Boris Johnson? This is not, this is, it doesn't have the same vibe as when we used to be in a world where we would think that maybe we would see James Baldwin and William F. Buckley. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not, I don't know. I don't, I don't know. You don't make me be on the side of big pharmaceutical. Nicki Minaj, go fuck yourself. I don't want, it's not fair. None of it is fair. Hey, speaking of weird things to say, NBA not champion with the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie Irving said, my mask is off. Take yours off too. Unafraid. And then several hours later went back to explain that this is a met. Open your third eye. Open your third eye, because this is a metaphor. This is a metaphor, and not to be taken literally. In no way was he talking about the mask regulations in the NBA. He was talking about the avatars that we all wear in public against one another, my brother. And so what you got to understand is that, like, basically, if you got that mask on, right? If you wearing that mask, feel me, okay? Then when you got your mask on, right, nobody could really see the real you. You feel me? Cause you covering your aura and shit, right? And unless you unmask, you can't let that aura breathe, right? And if you don't let that aura breathe, then I'm not gonna see it, and you're not gonna see me. And we like spiritual entities from the Kemetic childrens of the sun and shit is the numbers. This is a man who also said that he believes the earth is flat. So I don't know what to do with this. Don't know what to do with any of it. But that's what's happening. That's what's happening, right? That's what we got. I don't have much else. Today. Oh, I don't have any good pictures of it, but rapper Lil Uzi was crowd surfing at a concert, which two very serious questions about the fact that this could have been happening at all. Because where was this concert, and why, if there was a concert and there is COVID and many variants, would you think, Sir Uzi, to jump onto a crowd of white people? Seems like a bad move, but he did. And one of the crowd members decided that they were going to reenact the last scene of Infinity War and rip the Soul Stone, because Lil Uzi had a diamond implanted in his forehead, and whilst he was crowd surfing, one of his fans thought, I'm gonna hold that for you, and ripped it out of his face. Not to be outdone, there is a Mexican rapper. I don't remember his name. I'll try and find a picture to share with you later. Who replaced his hair on his head with gold and diamonds, and made hair out of gold and diamond chains. Looks like doll hair, but dreadlocks, I guess you could say. Dancer, might be Dancer. I don't. Dansur is so that makes sense. That once I said it with the accent, I heard it and I was like, yeah, that probably is his name. Dancer or Dancer. So I guess really what I'm saying when I said any of that is just to maybe don't. Maybe don't. Maybe that is one of the things that just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So maybe don't. Hey, do you wanna stalk me some more? You want to come see me in person? Well, you could do that, and you could see me sitting in with my dear friend Aaron Wallace, and that's going to be happening on tomorrow, Friday, September the 17th. There's going to be a set happening, happy hour set happening at the one and only Alberta Street Pub here in Portland, Oregon. We will be joined by Rock Steady Brunch. So come on out and see what that is. I'm going to see myself. I'm going to enjoy me a slice of that Rock Steady Brunch. This has been another episode of Smoke and Mirrors. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time. Hey, do you like what we do here? You do? Well, shit. Come on over to the IG. That's IG at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. That is comedy, that is culture, and that is bullshit. No, it's not. Comedy, culture, and blackness. Joshua, why is this whole script here? Can we update? What? Oh, because, all right. Well, we were gone for a while, but can we update this, please? Because serious. I know, but it had 2 days in a row. Come on. All right. Okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. No problem. Don't even worry about it. Hey, find us at IG at Smoke and Mirrors. Smoke and Mirrors CCB for comedy, culture, and blackness. Twitter. You can find words from me at Twitter at Caballo Negrito. Twitter at Caballo Negrito for the monolingual amongst us. Caballo Negrito literally translates to Black is Beautiful. Caballo Negrito literally translates to Black is Beautiful. Smoke and Mirrors, CCB, Comedy Culture and Blackness at gmail.com. That would be the place you'd want to say hi to us, or maybe drop us a voice message, drop us a message, drop us a note, suggestion, a thought, a comment about what we've done, what we're doing, who should be on the show, and what you do with that mouth. What? This is produced and hosted by myself, Godlos Kareem Wyndham. This is also produced by the one and only Tracy Tatamy. And of course, the intern is Joshua, who is going to make sure that everywhere on the script that it said bullshit before, it now just says blackness, because blackness is better. All right. Hey, we're going to see you on Tuesday. Okay, bye-bye.